Hi guys, so in this video I want to cover the best places to meet women. Now, best of course is subjective, so I guess I'm going to give you my personal favorite places to meet women. Now, we all know that most men meet their partners at work, at a wedding, at school, at uni, at a party, but you're likely watching this because those options maybe haven't panned out so well for you. But I wouldn't actually even consider them in my list of the best places to meet women, because I think that a lot of men just date who they happen to meet in those situations, rather than walking into a bar or a cafe or down the street, seeing a woman and going, holy shit, I have to talk to that woman. I've also removed obvious ones like single events, speed dating events. They're both good in their own regard, but I certainly wouldn't consider them in my top 5 for reasons that would require a whole other video. Bars are without a doubt, in my opinion, the best place to meet single women. You'll often hear guys say, no they're not, they're just all drunk, 18-year-olds. But those guys are only saying that because they haven't been able to make it work for themselves. So many great, successful women of all ages go out for after-work drinks, for birthdays, for going away parties, or to just catch up with their friends. Check out my other video on this, which is a really in-depth how-to guide on this with many points, but one of those points is that any half-decent bar has so many great single women in it. 15 years ago, when I was starting out on this journey, it was my dream to be able to approach a woman on the street, because I just walked past so many in the past who had smiled at me or who I just noticed. On the street as you're going about your life is easily one of the best places to meet women. And most guys don't even consider it possible. You're likely walking past beautiful women every single day. It's just a matter of if they're single, if they'd like you, and if you know how to approach them. Now, included in this category are things like public squares. The bookstore is my personal favorite place to meet women. I love the calm environment. I love being surrounded by so much information. Plus, I know that the conversations are going to be enjoyable. So if I meet a woman in the self-help section, in the psychology section, in the travel section, in the dating section, I'm going to find it really easy to start a conversation, to make a comment, to ask a question, to make a recommendation. I had a vegan client recently who met a girl in the vegetarian cooking section. The only downside of this is that bookstores aren't that big. They don't get massive crowds, obviously, so you don't get many opportunities. But man, they make a great how we met story. Everyone has to shop at some point, beautiful women included. The reason that I started meeting women during the day so many years ago was that I'd noticed just on the street on my lunch break and when I was grocery shopping after work that I would often see so many lovely women, often more than I would see in some bars on weekends. And it's really important to remember in all of this that yes, these people are out doing things. Yes, you might be interrupting them, but if a woman is single, she's wanting to meet someone regardless of if she's at home swiping on Tinder or if she's picking out mangoes in the fruit and veg section of a supermarket. This also extends to general stores, general shops. Just maybe don't approach in female clothing stores. We all know that you're not buying a present for your sister. General interest places also scrape into my top 5 list. I much prefer public places personally and as you're going about your life, but look, dance classes, meetup groups, business courses, these things can be great as well. I really hate the idea of a guy joining a dance class or a yoga class with the sole intention of meeting women, but you know, really just because there are so many better ways to meet women. But if you do like cooking or dancing or yoga or you're an entrepreneur, then meeting women in these events can be great if you know how to approach. Some meetup groups in Melbourne, for instance, attract hundreds of lovely, successful women that you already have something in common with, which is great for both compatibility and also as a conversation starter. So I hope that this has helped you consider some of the best places to meet women. Step 1 is simply knowing that it is possible, that you don't have to meet women online or on Tinder. You don't have to wait for some hot girl in your office to notice you. You can literally walk out of the house and meet women. Step 2, of course, is knowing how to approach them and what to do about the situation. That's the hard bit for most guys. So for that, I recommend checking out my book. in which I cover literally everything that you need to know about meeting women, both during the day, at night, having better conversations, how to get phone numbers, how to get more dates. All you have to do is follow the step-by-step homework. The link for that is below, and I'm sure you'll do some really awesome stuff. So check that out, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Cheers.